The World Boxing Association is an international boxing organization that sanctions official matches, and awards the WBA World Championship title at the professional level. Founded in the United States in 1921 by 13 state representatives as the National Boxing Association, in 1962 it changed its name in recognition of boxing's growing popularity worldwide, and began to gain other nations as members. By 1975 a majority of votes were held by Latin American nations, and the organization headquarters were moved to Panama. After being located during the 1990s and early 2000s in Venezuela, in 2007 the organization offices returned to Panama. It is the oldest of the four major organizations recognized by IBHOF which sanction World Championship boxing bouts, alongside the International Boxing Federation, the World Boxing Council and the World Boxing Organization. History: the original sanctioning body of professional boxing, the World Boxing Association, can be traced back to the original National Boxing Association, organized in 1921 in the United States. The first bout it recognized was the Jack Dempsey Georges Carpentier Heavyweight Championship bout in New Jersey. The NBA was formed by representatives from 13 American states, including Sam Milner, to counterbalance the influence that the New York State Athletic Commission wielded in the boxing world. The NBA and the NYSAC sometimes crowned different world champions in the same division, leading to confusion about who was the real champion. The International Boxing Research Organization describes the early NBA as follows. Originally more comparable to the present American Association of Boxing Commissions than to its offspring and successor, the NBA sanctioned title bouts, published lists of outstanding challengers, withdrew titular recognition, but did not attempt to appoint its own title bout officials or otherwise impose its will on championship fights. It also did not conduct purse bids or collect sanctioning fees. With the growth of boxing's popularity worldwide, in 1962 the NBA changed its name to the World Boxing Association. The organization remained mainly American in membership until 1974, however. In that year, Rodrigo Sanchez and Elias Cordova, two Panamanian figures in boxing, manipulated the WBA rules to give a majority of votes to nations in Latin America. Gilberto Mendoza has been the president of the WBA since 1982. In the 1990s, the WBA moved its central offices from Panama City, Panama, to Caracas, Venezuela. In January 2007, it returned its offices to Panama. In 2014 the WBA approved the creation of the WBA Oceania based in Brisbane, Australia. Controversies: the WBA has been plagued with charges of corruption for years. In a 1981 Sports Illustrated article, a WBA judge claimed that he was influenced by the WBA president to support certain fighters. The same article also discussed a variety of bribes paid to WBA officials to obtain title fights or rankings with the organization. In a 1982 interview, the promoter Bob Arum claimed that he had to pay off WBA officials to obtain rankings for his fighters. Though the Super Champion designation offered WBA champions who concurrently hold titles with the WBO, IBF and/or WBC, in some instances, the WBA has designated as Super Champion fighters with only the WBA title. This particular practice has come under scrutiny, as several boxing experts consider it a means for the organization to gain more sanctioning fees within each division. Super titles: the WBA recognizes the title holders from the WBC, WBO, and IBF organizations. The WBA refers to a champion who holds two or more of these titles in the same weight class as an undisputed champion, or super champion. This applies even if the WBA title is not one of the titles held by the undisputed champion. In September 2008, Nate Campbell was recognized as lightweight undisputed champion for his WBO and IBF titles, while the WBA's own champion was Yusuf Kobari. If a fighter with multiple titles holds the WBA's title as well, the fighter is promoted to Super Champion, and the WBA title becomes vacant for competition by other WBA-ranked boxers. As a result, the WBA tables will sometimes show a WBA Super World Champion, and a WBA world champion for the same weight class, instead of WBA champion. A WBA champion may be promoted to super champion without winning another organization's title. Chris John, Floyd Mayweather, Jr., and Anselmo Marino are examples. The WBA will promote their titleist to a super champion when he successfully defends his title 5 times. Current WBA world title holders, male, female, see also, other world organizations, International Boxing Hall of Fame recognized, International Boxing Federation, World Boxing Council, World Boxing Organization, other organizations, International Boxing Association, International Boxing Council, International Boxing Organization, World Professional Boxing Federation and United States Boxing Council, regional organizations, North American Boxing Council, list of Commonwealth Boxing Council champions, WBA-affiliated organizations, FEDELITIN, Pan-Asian Boxing Association, North American Boxing Association, World Boxing Association Oceania, transition of WBA titles, list of WBA world champions, list of WBA female world champions, references. External links, WBA official homepage, all-time WBA world champions a reference book, NAVBOX name equals World Boxing Champions title equals World Boxing Champions state equals auto collapse list class equals list, group 1 equals by sanctioning body, list 1 equals.